All right, everybody. Welcome back to Strongman Personal Finance. I am Christopher Bell, certified public accountant, long-term boglehead investor, author of the book Stop Being a Broke Loser, and hater of frauds on YouTube that promise you that you can get rich quick by trading on Robinhood and incurring capital gains taxes and transaction fees, which destroy your long-term returns. Now, I'm starting to do this thing where I started a job about 3 years ago for the federal government, and I've been consistently contributing to my tax-advantaged 401k. It's called the Thrift Savings Plan. And I just want to demonstrate that if you max your tax-advantaged accounts, you can rapidly grow your wealth. And I promise you, if you gave me the revenue that some of these degenerates on YouTube make, like Meet Kevin or Jeremy Lefebvre or Chris Sain or Keenan Grace, I would absolutely destroy them in how much wealth I could accumulate. And that's because I'm using a time-tested strategy, which is you don't get rich quick. You stay disciplined, you live below your means, and you max out your tax-advantaged accounts. So we're going to look at the change in my 401k over the last 2 months. And I'm going to show you how much I saved. Super easy. All you got to do is put as much as you possibly can into it, buy a broadly diversified index fund, and stay the course. Now on the right here, I have my contribution summary, which is basically showing how much I'm putting into my thrift savings plan every single 2 weeks. So if you have 26 pay periods and you put $750 in a pay period, you will max your tax-advantaged 401k every year. So every 2 weeks, you're going to see a contribution of $750. And then you're going to see $124.52, which is a 5% match. Now, if you actually knew how to do math, you could figure out how much I make right now. But over time, that number is going to increase because I will get pay raises. So I'm maxing my 401k at $19,500 a year, and I'm getting extra money in my 401k, a match by my employer. And no, it doesn't count against your contribution limits because you can actually put a total of $57,000 into your 401k every year. $19,500 from you, and your employer could potentially match the rest, which you know they're not going to do. Or most employers don't do that, but that would be really nice. So you can see July 9th, $750 and $124. June 25th, $750, $124. June 11th, $750, $124. Boom, boom, yada, yada, yada. So, what am I investing in my thrift savings plan? I am in the L2065 fund, which is basically as total world as you can get in the TSP at market cap weights. Now, there's some clowns on YouTube that are like, you only need 100% C fund, 100% US. But I like having international exposure, and I like having small cap US exposure because I don't try to time the market, and I don't look at recent past performance and simply pick my investments based on what has done well recently. Because the S&P 500 has blown it out of the water over the last 10 years. But if you look back at history, different asset classes go through cycles. Some outperform for a couple years or a decade, and then they suck for the next decade. So that's my strategy. I own everything at market cap weights, and I let it ride, and I'm going to do just fine. But, if you want to do something different in the TSP, I'm not going to say anything to you. But I just want to quickly illustrate how much my wealth has changed simply in this one tax advantage account by maxing it out. So on May 5th, I did a video, and at that point, I had $28,687 saved. And then I had these amazing contributions, and within a month and 10 days, I had increased my wealth to $32,314. And then, less than a month later, by only contributing to my tax advantage account, I now have $34,350. So in just about 2 months, I have saved $5,662. Now, this trend won't go on forever because sometimes we're going to have bear markets and blah, 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 blah. But that's actually a good thing because you'll be buying shares of whatever fund you're investing in on the cheap. But how can you deny that if you simply live below your means and max your tax advantage accounts, that you can't build massive wealth pretty freaking quickly? I mean, look at that. Less than 2 months, my account balance has gone up by $5,662. And that doesn't even include my other investments, which are also going up. and my Roth IRA and my wife's Roth IRA, which is an additional $12,000 a year you can contribute. Do you see how fast you can build wealth simply by investing as much as you can and living below your means and being a minimalist? It's really not hard, ladies and gentlemen. The key is consistency. Max your accounts or put in as much as you possibly can without endangering your family, and stay consistent. And before you know it, you're going to be freaking shocked at how much money you have. Now, you guys may be laughing, all you haters. They go, Human has $34,000 and me, Kevin, has $20 million. Well, guess what? I have other accounts. I've been doing this since I was freaking 22 years old. So I have multiple six figures saved, mostly in tax advantage accounts, which means I will never pay taxes on any of this again. Compare that to all these clowns like Meet Kevin and Sain that are telling you to buy and sell options and crypto and stocks. Every time you sell, you pay taxes. And you're most likely paying short-term capital gains taxes, which are taxed at your highest marginal tax bracket. That destroys your returns. But all this gain, or obviously some of it's from contributions, none of my gains will ever be taxed again. So the number I see in this account is the number I'm going to have when I'm freaking 60 years old. So, you can kind of extrapolate this. So if I save $5,600 in 2 months, well, assuming the market goes up like it has been. Oh, look at that. If everything keeps going like it's going, I'll have saved $33,972 by next May 2022. But probably won't go like that, but you catch my drift. You can build a lot of freaking wealth very, very quickly. And you don't have to be a day trading clown degenerate. So yeah, you give me that YouTube money, you pay me that money. I'll buy my ETFs, my VT. I'll max my tax advantage accounts, whatever I can do. And I'm just going to buy index funds. I'm never going to sell. I'm going to have massive wealth. And so will you if you do what I'm doing. Because I'm not a genius. Okay, maybe I am a genius. But if you think about it, you can also do this too. If you can't max your tax advantage accounts, maybe you'll have to, pick up a second job. I work 4 different freaking jobs. I'm in the Army Reserves. I tutor. I'm trying to do YouTube. And I have a full-time job, okay? I actually work pretty freaking hard. And I do that so I can max my tax advantage accounts. And before you know it, I'll have enough money to where I can retire and do whatever the heck I want to do. So you can talk trash. You can make fun of me. 5,000 in 2 months? I made $20 trillion in 5 seconds, bro. Well, yeah, let's see how long that lasts. This is what works. This is how you build wealth. And if you question that, you're a freaking clown and you're brainwashed. I don't care if you made $50 on Dogecoin last night. It doesn't matter to me. But, you don't have to listen to me. It's whatever. But that's it. Like, subscribe, tell your friends about me, live below your means, max your tax advantage accounts, and you guys have a wonderful, fruitful life.